I think we're in. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, welcome, welcome one, welcome all. We're gonna play some Skyward Sword, but while you guys are busy funneling in, let me just get the flat surface ready because I know that the Wii Motion Plus needs that. And we're gonna play some Skyward Sword. We're actually in a very special part of our Skyward Sword playthrough because we are gonna go to what, to my memory, was my favorite dungeon in Skyward Sword. So yeah, it'll be great. Going to the ancient cistern. And also, as you guys probably already know, might have guessed by the title of the stream, especially you guys in the archive, is that today, or this morning, was the Tokyo Game Show presentation for Hyrule Warriors Age of Calamity, which I will be talking about extensively today. But first, before we start, hello to everyone that's in the archive right now. Hello, everyone that is live right now. Just want to make sure my volume's okay. Seems okay. I don't want it to be too loud, because I know there's going to be an echo. Oh yeah, and there was Monster Hunter news as well. Lots to talk about. So thanks to... See, that's what I like about doing these weekly streams. So much to talk about. Oh gosh. Oh no. Oh. Everything's falling apart. Okay. I hope I don't end up whacking my laptop. That'll be a disaster. The Wii Motion bar fell over. Okay. Yes, you guys talk amongst yourselves. Let me just fix the sensor bar because it doesn't seem to balance on my TV set anymore. Okay, here we go. Is that okay? Wait, no. What if I brought it closer? Would that be good? Sorry guys, I'm trying to set up the sensor bar, but for whatever reason it just can't... It used to balance on my TV. I think I just eroded the TV so much. Yes, okay. Sensor? That should be okay, I hope. Let's hope so. Alright, let's play. We just finished the trial, the Silent Realm, which I really enjoyed. I remember last week we were talking about the Silent Realm and how, like, it's weird. It's one of those things where, like, when you're young, and or like like the stress of it is kind of like a problem for you. Hang on, speaking of stress, let's fight off these guys. This actually feels a little bit better, lowering the sensor bar, I think. Wait. Okay, yeah, this is good. But yes, in terms of like challenging that sense of comfort, your ability to take on a challenge and be able to, you know, have the personal strength to overcome your discomfort. That's kind of what I liked about the Silent Realms, is that depending on what kind of person you are, the stress being a major factor of it, because they're not even particularly challenging either, but like the stress, how you deal with the problem solving, everyone's different, and that's what I like about video games. Like, everyone has their own different unique ways of handling, like, a particular scenario. Perhaps you'll see an area you haven't explored. Actually, yes, hang on, let me pay attention to this first. I don't want to be that guy that complains that Skyward Sword doesn't tell me anything, when it is extensively telling me stuff. You guys can hear me fine, right? Oh, this sounds like the right thing to do. Ah, okay. But yeah, I did mention though that like doing the Silent Realms, I'm looking forward to doing them more, which is funny because that's like the thing that I remember not enjoying as much, but I think, I don't know, maybe this time it's different. The flame! I'll be right with you, chat. I just need to read this. It's a secret to everybody. Nice. Ah, yes, and the impressionistic painting. That was a huge inspiration for the art style of Skyward Sword. I actually don't remember how this segment goes. Yeah, see, if this was Breath of the Wild, we could just float into the past the gates. The power of the goddess into the symbol. Okay, he must make the symbol whole. Look like it's the first find that same completed symbol somewhere else in the woods. Okay. Okay, so I think this is... Hang on, let me just figure out. So, like, I need to, like, draw a circle. Okay, well, I guess we'll just head towards the door and we'll figure it out from there. Okay, so... we are facing the correct direction, though. Right. Now, one of the things I also wanted to mention about today's stream for the Tokyo Game Show, like, okay, so I'm very, very happy that they have at least done something to alleviate my concern that the roster won't be as massive. Because here's why the way that I looked at it. The roster of Age of Calamity, like, I really couldn't see it being much more than just, like, 5 champions and Zelda. Because, again, they're going for a canon story. There was no reason for me to believe, or the way that I saw it, there's no reason to believe that they'd do much more than that. Sorry, it's getting dusty. Wait, is it past there? Wait, am I supposed to be... Sorry, hang on. Sorry. But yeah, that's the thing though, like, my rationale was that there wasn't very much reason to believe that there would be anything more than a... There won't be anything more than just, like, yeah, the 5 champions in Zelda. And I think though, like, what they show us today is that since they're telling a story that's within the Breath of the Wild world, it doesn't, like, that means that they might end up adding more original characters to it. They're gonna showcase a new playable character. Yeah, so that's the thing, like, I heard about that, and then some people, like, depending on what the emphasis was on, is it new as in we've not seen them played before, or new in that this is a character that they have yet to announce as playable. So it could go either way. It's pretty interesting. Oh, I forgot about you. Okay, where am I supposed to go? I'm supposed to go to that viewing platform, right? That's all the way down there. I think I could just jump off. But yeah, who knows? Who knows? There's a lot of possibilities. There's a lot of possibilities for what they can do with a roster, which I'm very happy for. Talk to this guy again. Oh, okay. He doesn't want to tell me anything. So that's kind of the thing, like, so in the very least, I'm excited that there is the possibility of more playable characters. Like, we saw King Dorephan, the king of the Zoras, and we saw him when he was younger, and that was really, really nice. Like, a little bit of fan service there. how we get to actually see a lot of the world of the Breath of the Wild before it went bad, which is great. I guess I'm supposed to go here. So the other thing that I'm a bit concerned about, though, is, yeah, the modes that will be available. So, for those of you guys who have not played Hyrule Warriors or Fire Emblem Warriors, a lot of the content of that game, it stems primarily from... Wait. Hang on. Deep Woods. Am I even going the right way? I don't think I'm going the right way, you guys. So the thing is, I don't believe... Well, we haven't seen anything. That's the problem. Sorry, hang on. I'm having trouble focusing because something's up. I'll be right back. Sorry, guys. Okay, sorry about that. I'm back. For some reason, it needs to quickly use the washroom, even though I went right before we started the stream, so I couldn't focus. Okay, so in terms of a roster, there's a lot that could potentially happen, but I don't want to get my hopes up too high. But based on what we have seen, based on what little we have seen, though, I'm very, very happy for. So that's good. Like it's more of a we're leaning towards something more optimistic than what I originally had in mind. So yeah, there's that. Where am I supposed to go? So it's tricky because honestly, there won't be any need for like post-game stuff. Why is it? What? Hang on a second. I have to censor my remote again. It leans automatically. I might need to redo my... Hang on. I think I need to redo my remote stand. Technical issues today. Okay. What the? Now I have to sit myself in front. Man, I should have prepared this a long time ago. What else can I say though? Like, it's just that there's so much that we haven't seen yet, which I'm fine with. That's the other thing too. I don't want them to like overshare stuff because by the time the game comes out, there would be no surprises left. It was decent. It was a decent one. I'm very happy with what we did see. Very happy with the combat system. I really like how, yeah, like everything about this game, it looks like it was built out of Breath of the Wild instead of, incidentally, this game looks like Breath of the Wild because it has to. It's more like they made a game within Breath of the Wild, which is great. Overall, very, very excited for it, but in terms of post-game content, the majority of the content that's there, the majority of the content of Hyrule Warriors and Fire Emblem Warriors is these maps that you have to replay, and if we don't have that, the lasting appeal of this game is going to be very, very small. And that's always a problem. The main appeal for Hyrule Warriors for me has always been going back and clearing everything. And I remember, like, Fire Emblem Warriors, I think, was like 300 hours for me. It was really, really fun. Very addicting. And kind of like putting a limit on that content is a problem. We don't really have much reason to believe that's going to be the case, but it's just the fact that we haven't seen anything I find a little bit worrying. Outside of that, though, I think things were fine. In terms of playable characters, there isn't very... I don't know, like... Breath of the Wild didn't have very many characters to begin with. I'm going to assume that we're going to see, like, younger versions of characters that already exist. Like, we saw that with Impa, and she is featured prominently. I was wrong about the robot. What? I was wrong about the robots. I thought the robot was going to be a fill-in for Proxy, where it'd just be this really talkative character for Link to speak through if you're not playing as Link, but then Link needs to tell you, oh, there are these objectives that you need to do. What? Will they tease Breath of the Wild 2 and Age of Calamity? You know what? It's possible. That was weird. I was holding it to the side and it still didn't let me do it. It's entirely possible, but I don't want to get my hopes up too much about that. It would be nice, though. It would be very, very nice if there was some element of, like, foreshadowing. Because the thing is, the Breath of the Wild team has been working closely with Tecmo K, or K Tecmo. Is it? Yeah, with KT for the like a lot of the game itself. So it's a possibility. How they would do it, I do not know. But if they do it, I'd be very, very welcoming of that. Simply because, like, yeah, we haven't really had any news about that, but considering these all follow the same continuity, the thing about, this is essentially like a trilogy, and trilogies need to have some sort of structure to them. So, yeah, we'll see. Okay, so one of the other things, too, though, in terms of having less characters, that's the thing, like, 'cause most Musou games tend to have a lot of characters, but that's just to make up for the fact that a lot of the movesets are very simplistic, so it's very easy to kind of tack on more characters. With this one, it looks like, based on the trailer, Daruk was able to use the runes as well. So it seems like every character can use runes, which is nice. Like, they're making every character a little bit more detailed this time around, which I'm very, very happy for. But in terms of, like, I don't know, like, I feel like they would have more, though. Yeah, so what do you guys think of the presentation overall? Okay, you know what? We haven't gone here yet. Like, I assumed there was nothing there. This is a very nice looking world, I have to say. But yes, I'm very much looking forward to it, though. I hope to be making videos for it. Like, in the very least, I'll probably do, like, a warrior showcase like I did for Fire Emblem. Wait, so, can you point out to me again on the map? I swear, I saw it on the map, but I think, like, the levels changed. So when I got to the ground floor, it didn't look at... It wasn't the same map. Okay, hang on a second. Let's focus. Oh, so it was in the Deep Woods. Okay. Sorry, I've not done this in a while. Oh. Yeah, I guess a reminder would be appropriate. Oh, right. Okay. But yeah, like, story-wise... so here's the other thing, too, that some people might be concerned about. Story-wise, Breath of the Wild wasn't particularly meaty. Which is fine. The thing is, the storytelling of Breath of the Wild, it was much more like the consequence of how they wanted to make everything non-linear, and they wanted to make everything more, like, freedom-focused. That was the whole point of the game. but I can see why people were disappointed that it wasn't like a streamlined narrative where everything has to happen in a specific order for it to make sense. Like, there is like chronological stuff. Like, there is the chronological ordering of the memories, but for the most part, though, the game was designed around freedom and being able to tackle scenarios in any order that you wish. And I think the thing is, like, people might have reservations of the story of Age of Calamity simply because, like, oh, we already know the ending. But I think there could be more going on within that. So, like, to a degree, we might actually see some teasing of the Breath of the Wild sequel, just because, like, there has to be some sort of, like, narrative ordering to it. But in the very least, even if we don't get some sort of, like, massive lore, we're still going to get some semblance of, like, character development. We're gonna get, like, characters and their motivations, and this might just be a character-focused thing. Uh-oh. I think I could just use the beetle for this. It could go either way. Honestly, I don't because like Zelda has always been good at making interesting stories. Like Skyward Sword has an interesting story. See, that's the other thing too. A lot of people complain that Breath of the Wild did not have a very good story. I disagree because the storytelling structure was, by necessity, different from conventional storytelling. It's not to say that you need to like it for being different, but it is to say that they went with... Did I miss? I'm very good at this. It's not to say that you need to like it. It's okay, like it's perfectly valid if you're of the opinion that like it just didn't work for you. But the thing is, again, like it was first and foremost a video game. And not every video game needs to necessarily follow the same structure as a movie. How did I... That was a waste of time. What did I... How did I manage... I guess we'll just go around. Oh, right. I was thinking, that's strange. But that's kind of the thing, though. But with, like, Age of Calamity, we have no reason to believe that it's going to follow that. Like, if you want something more cohesive, I think Age of Calamity will do that much better. Okay. This is a much better angle for the remote. The Wii sensor bar. Yeah, so that's the other thing too, like, we know it's kind of like with Torn of the Golden Country, where we all knew how that story was going to end. Sorry. Well, we all knew how it was going to end, but at the same time, we didn't know... Hang on a second. Wait, can I just do this? This is useless. Hello? Because this isn't like the moths from Majora's Mask where you could throw a bone and you can throw a bomb. Anyways, it's kind of like with Torn of the Golden Country. Like, we knew how that story was going to end, but we didn't fully understand the circumstances around it. Whereas, like, with Age of Calamity, we knew that all the champions are going to die and that they're going to lose the war, essentially. They are going to lose the war, but what happened in that scenario? It was one of those tricky things where, like, making a prequel story, you have to really have a plan for what exactly you want to do with that story. Like, you can't just say, oh, this is a thing, hey, remember when this thing happened? You can't just rely on information you already know. It needs to stand on its own to some degree. It can't just be references to stuff that... Like, it's good when you have callbacks. Like, Torn of the Golden Country was a perfect example, because there's plenty of callbacks to the Aegis War. there's plenty of callbacks to the Aegis War. Hang on a second, I'll fight. Oh wait, there's no Floria rushing in this game. Dips on that guy. That was weird. Yeah, so it could go either way. Where is the door? Wait, it's not on the other side of the temple, is it? I think it's over here. Okay, we went too far. So yeah, like, that's kind of the nature of prequels in general, though, is that, like, you need a very solid plan for where you want the narrative to go. Really? You can see me from there. Okay, that's fine. Anyways, I'm doing alright though. I started the stream a little bit late because of the Age of Calamity stream at the Tokyo Game Show. Enjoyed it a lot. Yeah, like, I just have two concerns, but, like, for the most part though, I'm very excited for the game. I should just fight that thing. No, I can't though. Really? I don't think I can fight him. Okay, yeah, no, I definitely can't be doing this while... Let's see... Yeah, we have to use a bomb. Like, honestly though, like, so, supposedly tomorrow there's going to be another presentation. If they can just show us adventure mode, then I'm satisfied. If not, like, I'll still get it just for the purposes of, like, oh, this is Hyrule Warriors, I totally want to play this still. But I'd like to see some adventure mode. Seeing upgrading would be nice too. Seeing the upgrade system would have been nice. Why aren't you turning? That was odd. I don't know why. It's not being cooperative right now. Okay. Focus. There we go. Turn to the side, you got this. It's like the easiest thing in the world, Link. There we go. The world's most difficult tightrope act. No, turn to the side! Come on. Like, there's no way to... That's kind of the problem, though. You can't... Like, you have to, like, have your Wii Remote in position as you're going onto the rope. It can't just be... This is so frustrating. Come on. I don't know why. I don't know, like... It's weird, because I am holding my Wii Remote in the positioning, but then, again, there's that discrepancy between, like, the Wii sensor bar and then the remote itself. Because these are fully charged batteries, too, so that's not a factor. Let's see. Otherwise, yeah, like, story trailer looks interesting. I'm glad to see that there's going to be more fleshing out of those characters. Because all the champions are all interesting looking characters, and getting to see more of them is something that we've wanted for a while. Anyways, how's everyone doing today? This fine morning. Oh yeah, there was Monster Hunter news. There was a Monster Hunter trailer today that I haven't seen yet. There was also a... No, see, that's the thing. It's just so off balance. You have to like really hold it in position. The door should be around here. I'll figure it out. Oh yeah, there was also an Atelier Ryza sequel gameplay today as well. Graphically speaking, that game looks like the upgrade. It's staggering. Like, my goodness. Like, I love the original. Art style was fine. Graphics were fine. But the way that it looks now is like, wow. Yeah, so I'm very excited for that one. Like, those are going to be, like, the next two games that I play this year. The backlog that I, like, worked up, I want 29 and 30 to be Ryza 2 and Hyrule Warriors. Okay. Sorry, you guys. I actually have no idea where this door is supposed to be. Is it behind the Skyview Temple? Hang on a second. You know what surprised me though? There weren't very many shooters in the on the Wii Motion Plus. Like, not very many first-person shooters, which I would have thought would have been a natural fit. I know that the regular Wii had that. Like, the regular Wii Remote had that. But other than that, though... Okay, let's find this door. Was it in front? Is that what it is? Or is it at the very back of the temple? Like, I swear, I was stuck at this exact same place the first time I played this game. And it's like, it's just really hard for me to figure out, or just not easy to remember. Is it inside the temple? Okay, you know what, let's find out. There's only one way to find out. Oh man, I completely forgot where it is. Okay, yeah, it is. Okay, you actually did have to go into the temple. Sorry, you guys, I'm trying to remember this game, too. But yeah, in terms of, like, world structure, Calamity, Age of Calamity looks very nice. Like, if we're basing the quality of it... If we're basing the quality of it on, like, on the first initial map, it looks really, really good, and I can only hope it gets bigger from there. Stone guy. Okay. No? Alright. Okay, so I guess we'll just go to the very end of the dungeon. Should be okay. Oh! We have to do the dungeon again, apparently. Okay, I don't remember any of this. I actually don't remember any of this. Yeah, I literally don't remember any of this. This is interesting. Because I thought we were going straight into the Ancient Cistern after this, but I guess there's like a bunch of other stuff we gotta do. Okay, so one of the holes has it. Come on, cut the one that's beneath you. Nope. This game requires precision that I do not possess. Really? You could just step over it, Link. But yeah, like, I'd love to see more of it, though, and apparently we are. That's the best part about it. Other than that, though, yeah, looking forward to it. I think one of the things that I enjoyed the most, though, was just that moment of realization. There's just that moment of realization that maybe this roster will be a lot more full than we expected it to be. Because a lot of people say, oh, it's a Musou game, of course it won't have a small roster, but the thing is, like, this isn't going to be like other Musou games, though. Like, it'll have similarities, but a lot of this just sets it apart, and that's kind of the reason why I was very, very pessimistic about how the roster was going to look. No, that's the problem. I was swinging downward to hit the thing that was at my feet, but I think the sword is just really, really small. No, seriously, like the hitbox of my sword is nice and small. Oh yeah, and then you can use the swimming ability here too. Okay. Right. Yeah, I don't even remember the segments at all. Like, I swear, like, I would have thought that as soon as the Silent Realms were done... I thought that as soon as the Silent Realms were done, you just needed to, like, find this pathway that leads to the Ancient Cistern, but I guess I was wrong. Monster Hunter Rise was announced this week. I'm looking forward to it because I love Monster Hunter, and I know that, like, Monster Hunter Rise, they look like they're incorporating a lot of interesting new ideas, such as the Palamutes, the grappling hook bugs. See, this is where you bring out your inner Hyrule warrior to swipe relentlessly at that guy. Gosh, I don't remember any of this. It's nice to rediscover a Zelda game. Uh-oh. Well, yeah, we saw the Bokoblins in the demo with the we saw the Bokoblins in the demo, and they had the horns, and once they sound off the horn, then they throw a bunch of stuff at you. I didn't see it in the trailer, or in the gameplay demonstration they did. But the thing is, I have reasons to believe that there is going to be Floria rushing in Age of Calamity, so that's something to look forward to. It'll be interesting to see how they integrate all those mechanics. So they had weak point gauges. They've also made a slight adjustment to weak point gauges now that there's a button that you press. It's a button that you press compared to like Fire Emblem Warriors and Hyrule Warriors, where once you deplete the gauge, you automatically go into the animation. But this time, now that you have to do it manually, I wonder... Like, I'm guessing the thing about that, which I really, really like, is that now that if I know my character has an area of effect kind of finisher for the weak point gauge, that I can actually manipulate that for a change. Like, a surprising amount of freedom, which I enjoy. Like, I could use a glyph to push an enemy into a certain area. Yeah, I totally forgot this all happened. Here we go. Wish I had Floria rush in this game. problem is that, like, if I hit the correct angle, I have to be also targeting the right guy, too. Okay, let's not get greedy. Oh, I tried jumping. Yeah, that's one. I tried swinging away. Okay. Yeah, it's one of those things where, like, the input of jumping away might be interrupted by the input of you swinging it. Oh yeah, honestly, like, I know that in Heroes mode, or Hero mode, they don't give you any hearts. In Hero mode, they don't give you any hearts, so it's one of those things where it gets even more challenging. Do you like Hyrule Warriors or Fire Emblem Warriors more? I love Hyrule Warriors, but I like the flow of Fire Emblem Warriors a lot more. Particularly when it came to overall weapon customization. Like, weapon customization was a lot more streamlined, it was a lot more... What do they call it? Hang on. Wait, before I finish that thought. Where is... Sorry, hang on. Is it here? Sorry, let me... Yeah, clearly I am supposed to be here, but, like, what spot do I... I need advice fee. The location of Sky Spring is a sacred place protected by the heart of the goddess. Imagine the water here purifies the body of any life form that comes in direct contact with it. That's very helpful. No, not here. We've been here. What? Wait, map. It doesn't look like I can go anywhere else here. But they were clearly preventing me from getting in here, though. I need to be here, right? What? Hang on. I might as well gather this while I'm here. The bottle of water. Oh, okay, then okay, let me just consume this then. Oh, right. It's just normal water. Okay, so I bottle the water and then what? I get the normal water and then... Okay, I need help here, you guys. I actually don't know where I'm supposed to go right now. I actually don't... Because I thought I was supposed to come here. From one of the waterfalls? Oh. But then what, though? Okay, we need to figure this out, you guys. Yeah, no, I don't know. Yeah, does anyone mind looking this up for me? Because I'm actually stumped right now. Did I miss something? According to the Kikwi Hermits, the water dragon guards a sacred flame that will enhance your sword. If you require more information on the flame, to obtain it, you'll only speak with a water dragon who resides at the bottom of the lake. I did the Skyward Strike on the Triforce logo. I'll do it again, just for clarity's sake. Okay, anyways, got a fairy in the very least. I'll go back, I'll talk to that. Because clearly I'm supposed to be here. Or I'm supposed to be in this area, this dungeon. My assumption was that we had to... See, that's the thing though, like, I don't remember this at all. Like, I vaguely remember needing to go back into the dungeon to get to the next area. Yeah, if someone could please look this up for me while I look around. Yeah, someone just looked it up for me. I'll find... Honestly, there's every possibility I didn't even need to... But that's the thing though, why would they put enemies, upgraded enemies in this area unless I was supposed to not go here? It's weird. No, that's the thing though, we're trying to find the water dragon. Oh boy. Okay, well, yeah, we have to look this up. You need to collect spring water, but it's not spring water, it's just normal water. It's not spring water, it's normal water. Unless, okay, do you know what? Okay, hang on. Let's figure out how to get to the, This is weird. I actually don't remember this at all. I wasn't assigned to DAOs for that. Like, I need to find out where it is first. Sorry, you guys, I actually don't know. Okay, Fernwoods. We have to go to a new area of Floria. Scale. Great tree, yep, been there. I'm pretty sure I skipped something. Like there was an important thing Like, there was an important thing that I missed. Oh, okay. I understand now. Okay, I went the wrong way. Yeah, there's a bunch of stuff like that you had to do here, but I think like, okay, I think I know what I'm supposed to do now. Have you been to Lake Floria? No, we're trying to find out how to get to Lake Floria. Because I was thinking, like, oh, my intuition was just like, oh, we need to go to the dungeon. Because there is something that we have not seen before. Because I was following it on the map that he marked down. But that's okay, I think I understand now. Gosh, I wish I had more stamina. Yeah, that's the thing, like, I thought, because that's the thing, I went to the dungeon, and then they said, oh, there's actually a lot of danger here, and I'm just like, oh, okay. Okay, so we have the symbol now. So that's the feed. This is the symbol, describing. Yeah, okay, great. Okay, now, we need to go, I'm assuming this is like, we're supposed to be going, over here. Okay, now we're back on track. Yeah, because I was thinking, why is it so heavily guarded? I feel like what... I don't know, the way that I would have wanted to have done it is there was nothing of note in the dungeon until you talk to the dragon. That way, it'll coax you along to say, oh, actually, now there's stuff here. Things have changed. Because otherwise, it's just like, if they don't change any of the areas, if they don't change the dungeon and add new enemies and objectives, then that won't tell the player, oh, actually, you don't need to be here right now. And then now that we do know what we're supposed to be doing, that's when you start adding the new enemies. Okay. Oh, okay. I understand now. Yeah, that's weird because like you know, I thought that common sense would have been like, for me, a common sense thing would have been just straight up. Okay. Yeah, I completely forgot about this because it's been like, what, a month since we've been in this area? Here we are. Oh, this is gonna be great. You're gonna see my terrible drawing skills. Oh, it's terrible! It's like a square. Okay, now I understand. Because I was thinking to myself, like, I'm supposed to go here. Oh, okay, I'll go here because I have to. And I thought, like, maybe I'd have to keep on going and then you'd have to activate something with a harp. It's all muddled. It's mostly my fault. I've muddled the ordering of things. Finally, Lake Floria. How much time did we waste? Like an hour? A little less than an hour. Sorry guys, I'll be right back. Alright, you guys. Sorry about that mishap, that little disaster that we called the opening hour of the stream. But in my defense, I've not played this game for 9 years. It's not because I'm incompetent, I promise. Oh yeah, these are like the precursors to the Zoras, right? I totally forgot oh man, I completely forgot about this entire segment. Wait, am I back? Yeah, I'm back. I thought I unmuted myself. Wait, is it nunchuck? Or I'm pretty sure it's I have to shake the nunchuck to do the attack, right? Like that's usually how these things go. There we go. Wait, was it nunchuck? Oh, right, sorry. Ethan Cross asked if I prefer Hyrule Warriors or Fire Emblem Warriors. As much as I like Hyrule Warriors and its roster, it's much more diverse roster, I like the flow of Fire Emblem Warriors a lot more. Primarily just because, like, a lot of the addicting gameplay, people think it's, like, people call it repetitive. I can see why they call it repetitive. That's valid. But the thing for me is that it is the comfort of the repetitiveness of these games in general, actually. It's like, it's just a very comfortable flow where there's just enough familiarity, there's just enough, like, carrot on the stick, essentially, to lead me along. And the way that they did it in Fire Emblem Warriors was so... It was just so perfectly streamlined with the whole, like, lack of restrictions. Because I remember Hyrule Warriors, the big frustration for me was that there were so many restrictions on some of the maps. Like, some of these maps were like, you cannot do this map unless you have this character, but the problem... Or you have this weapon, you're restricted to only using this kind of weapon, but it's significantly weaker than all the other ones that you have. So that's kind of the thing. Oh, that's awesome. Okay, so I don't even need to be moving. I just need to be underwater. Your Excellence? So I need to position myself a little bit better in front of there. But yes, someone tell me how their day went. It's a secret to everybody. This game does that a lot. A lot of secrets to everybody. Another interesting thing that happened this week was the Nier presentation. Like, Tokyo Game Show is this week, so a lot of cool stuff. They announced the remake slash, I don't know if it's a remaster or a remake, it's hard to... We'll call it a remake, of the original Nier 2010, which is a game that I really, really, really loved. I know a lot of people don't like the gameplay that much, but I thought the gameplay was awesome. But the fact that they are revamping it, I'm very, very excited to see how that goes. Oh man, that's fun. That's a lot of rupees. Can I pick it up? Ah, apparently so. But yes, Nier was announced. What else was announced? Monster Hunter Rise, I mentioned. Monster Hunter Rise and Monster Hunter Stories. I missed the original Monster Hunter Stories, so I'm looking forward to getting into this new one. Lots of stuff happened, it's great. Even though we didn't get E3 this year, in the very least we got this. Did I crack everything open? Oh no, this one. There we go. Anyways, tell me how your weeks went, you guys. Or tell me what you thought about Hyrule Warriors that was just this morning. I want to talk about that. Can we talk about that? I want to. Hyrule Warriors has a lot more moveset variety. It does. It does. That is completely true. And some of the movesets I really liked. But the problem is that in terms of practicality, oh, you can leap in this game. But in terms of practicality, here's the problem that I had with... Hang on a second. No. But in terms of practicality, though, like, some of the movesets in Hyrule Warriors are just, like... The fact that you're restricted into using them, I didn't like that very much. I didn't like the fact that I was forced to use Agatha. I didn't like the fact that I was forced to use, like, the Wind Waker. That was, oh gosh. Like a lot of, like, that's the thing. As interesting and cool as they are, there are just so many movesets I didn't like using, whereas the movesets I didn't like using in Fire Emblem Warriors, at least they felt practical, and it was entirely possible to circumvent the requirements most of the time because they weren't that restrictive. Oh man, I forgot how to do that. It's great. Let's see, that's the thing though. There's a lot of clones, but at least the movesets, they were workable, and they were at least not terrible to play as, whereas, like, Hyrule Warriors, while good, they have a lot of extremes. A lot of extremes of... Oh, do I have to... Oh, okay. There's a lot of extremes of, like, the really, really useful versus the really, really useless. Like, you have, like, Young Link and Twilight Midna, both very, very good, both amazing, but then you also have, like... I like the summoning gate for Lana, that's fun, but, like, it's really hard to justify using that the majority of the time. Especially if, like, Tome, or literally any other moveset is available. It's tricky. Like, wait, where am I supposed to be going? I get disoriented really easily. No, it's the other way. Yeah, so, like, the variety would have been nice. Like, that's kind of the thing about Fire Emblem Warriors. That's, like, my main hang-up. I think that's everyone's hang-up. Like, the moveset could have used a lot more variety, but what few movesets they did have, I liked a lot. And that's the thing. I think, like, the most unique moveset also ended up being the worst one, which was Corrin. Oh no! Why? Okay, no, you don't have to angle yourself. Okay, that's good to know. It's good to make those kinds of mistakes. I was worried. I was like, oh, I just don't have to do it again. I took so long to get here. So that's the thing, like, Fire Emblem Warriors, like... Even, like, the Pegasus Knight, I don't really like that moveset very much, but, like, whenever I was forced to use it, I didn't hate it. Whereas, like, when I was forced to use Great Fairy... Oh, gosh, Great Fairy. Oh. So that's kind of the thing, though, it's just, like, there was never a moment in Fire Emblem Warriors where I was like, oh, no, I need to use this character. Whereas in... Hyrule, it's like, yeah, again, extremes. Like, there's the really amazing movesets, which are, like, the best I've ever seen. And then you have garbage. Huh? Okay, so how do I fight these? Okay, here we go. Oh, you just hit them twice. Okay. I remember not liking this game very much because it didn't take itself seriously enough. It's one of those things, I think I talked about it last week, but one of the things I really enjoyed about Skyward Sword, or that I'm really enjoying now about Skyward Sword, is that at the time, I wanted it to be something that it wasn't. I wanted it to be a darker action game. But it's more important to realize that they're aiming for something different, and it's important to look at them at it from the creator perspective and not from your own arbitrary requirements of what constitutes a quote-unquote true Zelda game. Although you can see that there's a lot of like the Mario Galaxy 2 DNA kind of given to this game as well. Brief recap for some of the... Okay, so a brief recap for the Fire Emblem... No, not Fire Emblem, wow. Age of Calamity presentation. Playable Impa. Runes are back for the Sheikah slates. Except it's not a slate, because Zelda owns it. Instead, there's a robot that follows you that gives you specific runes. It's very similar to the tools from Hyrule Warriors. So, there are the runes. They all have different abilities that help expose different weak gauges. Thing is, they didn't show too much, though. I think that's like kind of my big hang-up. Oh yeah, this. Okay, I remember this. They didn't really show that much in the way of the like combat, just the bare minimum. It's very bare minimum for the combat, but I do predict that there's going to be some flurry rushing involved. So that'll be nice. Shield surfing is back. To some degree. Playable Impa. We're playing as young Impa. Oh, she looks great. She's very reminiscent of Sheik, which is nice. In terms of like Fire Emblem Warriors getting a sequel, I'd like that, but I feel like as it is, they'd probably end up making it a Fire Emblem Three Houses focused game, which I don't mind. Of course, there must be a test. I don't mind, but yeah, some like series-wide representation would have been nice. Like in a similar vein to Hyrule Warriors, where like that game, part of its success and the reason why people think about it so fondly is because it was just all across the franchise. You got it. Okay, so now we can get the bottle. The thing is, though, with the presentation, they showed some pre-order bonuses, which was okay, but I'd like to know how the upgrade system is going to work, because progression is a very large part of why you'd want to play this game in the first place. Progression. Like, a Warriors game without progression, then yeah, that's when the combat ultimately does become pointless feeling. Hang on a second. Oh. Is it possible to re-censor it? Why is that not an option? Oh, this is terrible. Why is there no ability to re-censor? There's no ability to re-censor while you're swimming. Like, I always go at a tilt. Okay, give me a second, you guys. I know there's a ledge there, but I wanna do it the fancy way. There we go. Oh, that's tricky. We'll have to find a way to get used to that. Like, anything to do with tilting is weird. Anything to do with, like, tilting on the ropes, it's odd because it's out of censoring, because, like, you know, I naturally kind of lean to the side whenever I play. I think I need to, like, just hold out the Wii remotes in front, like, directly in front of me at all times. Yeah, that's the other thing, too. Like, just conceptually, Fire Emblem Warriors was supposed to be more crossover-y. It's funny, though, because out of the 3 games that were represented... No, wait, no. There's, like, 4 games represented in that game. Out of the 4 games, I've only played one of them, which was Awakening. Okay, we know what we're doing now. Finally. Okay, good. That's how you know. Okay, we just have to go around. Well, yeah. Otherwise, though, yes, very, very excited. I know that like. Wait, what? Oh, okay. Otherwise, though, yeah, like, there wasn't very much else to show in the presentation. I'm assuming they're going to be showing off tomorrow. There's going to be another presentation tomorrow. Do I need to fight this guy, or... Oh, I think I just run it. Yeah, okay. See, it's really hard to gauge how well stamina is going to work in this game sometimes. Okay, back to the map. This way. Yeah, just take all the shortcuts. Well, I don't know, it's hard to say that with Fire Emblem, because Fire Emblem tends to be very divisive in its games as well. Like, a lot of people would get mad over... Well, like, that's the thing, you can't really escape people getting mad over representations. It's one of those things where it's just like... To me, it's like the least important thing in the world. You know, that's kind of the thing about me with Age of Calamity as well, is that, like, having a lot of characters isn't necessarily that important to me. Like... Big roster, small roster, as long as the game's a lot of fun, I'm okay with that. Having a fun game with a big roster is nice, like Smash Bros, for example. Having a large roster for Super Smash Bros is great, but... Oh, come on. You're so slow in the water. But like, as long as the game itself is a lot of fun, I don't really mind rosters as much. Like, that takes precedence, or that takes priority anyways. But yeah, when it came to like not Fire Emblem, my goodness, Age of Calamity, I was a bit pessimistic about the amounts of characters we'd have playable, but it seems like there's going to be some potential for that. Like, just the idea of creating new, younger versions of characters that already exist, there's a limit to how much you can do that. Like, there's a limit to how much you can do that. Like, I think like King Dorephan being one of the only examples. But who knows though? Anything's possible. Like, for me, one example that I brought up was like Maz Koshia from the Champion of Valor DLC, who was a very, very fun boss. Who else do we have? Master Koga would be an example. Master Koga before he... But the thing is though, like, he's not a very old character though. Like, Maz Koshia seems like a character that would have been old. Because all this stuff happened 100 years ago. I remember thinking it would be funny if like Hestu was a playable character. I'm like trying to think of like Hestu. That would turn out very strangely. I don't even know how that would work, but that would be great. That's the thing though, like Musou treatment, it's not something I want to push so much. Reason being, I want games to be crossovers, but not with just one formula. Because that essentially, because like, what, you know, I've already expressed that I don't really care too much about roster sizes, or even necessarily the content of the roster, really. I want different kinds of games. And that's kind of the thing too. I know a lot of people like they were talking about like a Xenoblade Warriors. And like, interesting idea. I would be interested, but I'd rather see them do something else. I'd rather see them use a different game formula for that series. That way everyone wins. We get representation, we get more ideas of those characters, but in a completely different context. I think that's more important. It's just that with Hyrule Warriors, it was a hit with a lot of people. Like, so that's kind of the thing. Like, as much as I love my Musou games, I don't want that to be like what would you call it? I don't want that to be the default for crossovers. I'd like them to be a little bit more ambitious with these games. Okay, they're not gonna follow me. That's the thing though, like, spin-offs, it's kind of like with shonen anime or shonen manga. A lot of the time, it's going to be 3D arena fighting games or Musou. Like, there's no variety. It's just we're gonna have these characters as a cash cow for a very easy to push out formula, and not enough effort. You compare that with Age of Calamity, where there's clearly so much effort being put into it, where it's actually going to be a canon story. So that's kind of my thing. Like, as much as I like Musou games, I don't want every spin-off game to be exactly that, because I like variety in my games. So that's kind of the thing. That's why I don't really want to say that I want to see, like, yeah, a Xenoblade Musou. Not because I don't think it's a good idea, but it's just that I'd like to see them be a little bit more creative. Because I think Xenoblade deserves that. Like, heck, having it be like a very ambitious, like, multi-character turn-based RPG would have been really, really funny. Or just like a straight-up action game. Like, make it like a full-on action game. Because the thing about Musou as well is that, like, they're not action games so much as they're checklists. They're very, very violent checklists. That's what Musou is. Oh no, it has to be from the waterfalls. Okay. They're very, very violent checklists. That's why I like them so much, though. Again, that's the thing too, because people, they get turned off. The most sacred of places. Where the butterflies are. Nope. Why are we so good at this game? We can't even get the proper water. It has to be a specific waterfall? Ah, gotcha. No! Let it breathe! There we go. And it's not a timer, right? I'm used to these games having a timer. Like in the Deku Tree. Yeah, that's not to say that I think that, like, what we do get is bad. It's just that they could have been more ambitious, which is the main thing for me. Like, that's the thing, like, like, Xenoblade had always been a creative game for me. Like, Xenoblade Chronicles is always very ambitious and very creative. And I'd want a spin-off game to reflect that, instead of, let's have this be a cash cow. Let's have this be a cash cow with just the bare minimum of what you expect in a Musou game. Yeah, like Heritage for the Future, that was a great example of a good crossover game, even though, like, 85% of the cast was from one part of the manga. Same thing goes for... No, but that's the thing, like, there's a lot that you could do, but because games are expensive, they won't be able to just use the brand name in order to sell stuff, which is the problem. Okay, map. We're almost there. Wait, I have to go around, right? Xenoblade Dating Sim. Honestly, like, if they executed that properly, that would actually be a lot of fun. Like, it would be really funny if it starts off as, like, a typical dating visual novel, but then it suddenly becomes much more serious. Like, it kind of like Fate Stay Night. It starts off... Wait, no, we can go the other way. Yeah, okay, I took the long way. It'd be like Fate Stay Night, where it starts off as this erotic visual novel, but then it starts to become this really massive, epic in scale encounter. Shouldn't use the word encounter. Adventure. Should use the word adventure. That would be really awesome. Oh gosh. But that's the thing though, like, some kind of... Honestly, if they just make a full-on RPG with a unique battle system, that would be great. See, like, it's like something ambitious like that. That would be awesome. Like, it's straight up an RPG, but it doesn't have to be the same as, like, you know, the Xenoblade formula. It could also just be some other kind of active time battle RPG. That would be great. There we go. That's the thing, like, if they ever did, like, a visual novel-esque thing for Xenoblade, it would be really funny, because it would start off, like, it would pretty much just be like Xenoblade. It starts off as this very nice, warm little atmosphere kind of deal. Nothing apparently wrong, very simple, but then towards, like, when the game is 70% done, that's when it takes a really dark turn. I remember being disappointed that she didn't look like a typical dragon. See, like, that's the thing, a lot of expectations I had, but I was too blind by my own expectations that I never really saw what they were trying to go for here. Okay, finally. It took us an hour and a half almost, but we finally reached the ancient cistern. What did I do this week? Well, yeah, I replayed No More Heroes 1 in anticipation for No More Heroes 3, which should be coming out next year. Oh man, there's so many games coming out next year. There's a lot of old games that I want to play that I've never played before. Like, there's, like... Ever since Persona 4 came to PC, I've wanted to play Persona 3. I heard that Persona 3 was very divisive because the combat system was different. But I like different. I don't like it when... Like, oh, sorry, no. Let's rephrase that. I don't love it when a sequel is just... When a sequel is simply just, this is game that we have made already, but with more stuff in it. It's fine if they do that, but I'd like it if they try to be more creative with the stuff that they do. Yes, and I will always say this, that is a reference to the first Zelda game, where you watch Link descend the staircase and he disappears down the stairs. Just like the original Zelda. Oh, yes. The ancient cistern. Easily one of my favorite designs of a dungeon in any Zelda game. Okay, here we go. I think that's part of the problem, though. They built up the dragon to be something fearsome, but it isn't fearsome. It doesn't need to be fearsome, but it's one of those things where, like, they wanted something more mystical and not necessarily powerful. But you can chalk that up to the build-up surrounding it. Yes. Ah, okay. Oh, come on, do it on cue. Fine. Strike the gemstones pointing in 4 directions. The temple's secret order. We don't know it yet. Okay, how do I do this? We'll come back to that. We'll figure it out when we do. Huh. That was fast. Okay, let's go back. We've been there. I really wish it was possible to upgrade stamina in this game. Because like the amount that we have is simply not enough for my purposes. I think it's part of the reason why people complain that the game's so slow is that you're so limited by how much you can run. It feels like they are... Like, I think I said this in the previous stream. The problem that I had with stamina in this game is that they're effectively putting you on a leash. Like, they effectively put you on a leash with the amount of stuff that you can do, which I'm not a very big fan of. Nice. Okay. Hyrule Warriors had the fire... Well, that's the thing, like, the bosses of Hyrule Warriors, yeah, like, they were fine. There was nothing wrong with them. But, like, the absence, I didn't really mind so much. I didn't really mind the absence of bosses in Fire Emblem Warriors, simply because the majority of the enemies that you do fight are going to be enemy captains. It's just one of those things where, like, the concept kind of throws it off. Like, there aren't very many things that could have been bosses outside of that giant dragon. Yeah, not to mention that a lot of the game had to do with... What's it called? Wait, do I have to go in here? Apparently not. A lot of the bosses had to do with, like, you properly using your tools, which is another thing that Fire Emblem Warriors didn't really want to have. Wait, do I jump up from there? I feel like I can, but are my skills up to it? Well, that's the thing, like, I guess. It's one of those things where, like, having unique mechanics doesn't automatically make it interesting. For me. Like, for anyone else, it's fine, because you like the variety of that, but for me, like, the point of... This is a hint. Sorry, hang on. Is that a hint? Well, they had Maniquettes, but again, like those were like just like glorified generals essentially. It's tricky because the thing about the tools of Hyrule Warriors, it's an interesting idea. Oh! Okay, hang on. I think I understand what I'm supposed to do here. So yeah, okay, so the thing about the tools of Hyrule Warriors, and I don't know if Age of Calamity is going to copy that to some degree. Never mind, I actually have no idea what I'm doing. I thought that was a thing that you can do. Okay, hang on a second. I barely remember this dungeon. Okay, we have to go back. So, okay, so the thing for me with the tools is that out of all the tools that were available, most of them were for that specific scenario that they were built for. Just for that specific boss. Whereas only one of them, which was the bow, was particularly useful. Because the bombs, in theory, they could have been something that they used to juggle, and I really hope the sequel, or is that Age of Calamity does that? Okay, I think there's something down here I have to investigate. Because I don't think I was meant to do a trial and error for the ordering. Yeah, that's kind of the thing, though. Is like, it's cool because it makes sense in the context of a Zelda game. And that's why it's interesting. The tools are interesting. But for me, it's like having, like, practically speaking, it was just okay. Practically speaking, only one of them I thought was particularly useful, whereas everything else was just... Oh, okay, I thought maybe I could, like, torpedo out of there. Nope. Yeah, I don't think I was meant to trial and error it. But then... Okay, let's put on our thinking caps, you guys. I don't think I can jump over this. Like, I can't dolphin jump from there, can I? See, that's kind of the thing, though. I'm hoping that the runes are much more useful. That's the big thing for me. Okay, sorry, where did we not go? Can't go there, because it's blocked off. This is literally the only room that we can go. Yeah, Breath of the Wild was a lot more about its freedom. Nope. Secret order, how do I figure that out? What is the secret order? Well, in the very least, we have to find out how to get that key. Oh, come on. Okay. It's one of those things where, like, I constantly move my arms around whenever I'm not doing anything, so when it is time to fight, I'm like, all my controls are out of position. That's my fault. That's not the game's fault. But that's kind of the thing, though. I'm hoping that to some degree we'll get, like, some usage out of them. They did show that they are willing to have multiple uses for them, so here's hoping. I can't reach there yet. Let's do it again. Yeah, no, you definitely can't reach that high. Okay, so there was a... We need to figure out what that secret order is then. I think this room has some sort of hint. This is fun. We get to actually rediscover a Zelda dungeon. Because yeah, we saw that there was a hint here. Okay, so this is pointing down. I really hope they do make them more useful, simply because they've also got a cooldown on them. Nope. It's a trap. They have a cooldown on them, so they better make them super useful. It's one of those things, it could really go either way. That's kind of the thing about these games in general, but they do seem to be putting a lot more effort into it this time around, which is great. Okay. I could reach that. I guess that's gonna give me a hint as well. Yeah, that's the thing. I'm hoping for physics. Like, that's something I really want to see, physics. Come on. See, that's the problem. My hands are always out of position when it comes time to do stuff. I don't really think about it, but I always move myself out of position. Okay. Inscriptions of gratitude. First the back, then the rear, then the back of the right hand. Okay, so back. Wait, okay, so the back, rear, right hand, left hand. Back, rear, right hand, left hand. Okay, so we saw the back already. Now we have to find the rear. Well, no, unless the thing I was looking at was the rear. I think I understand now. So the back is directly behind him, not below, like the posterior. Okay, so up in the rear, which we've already seen. Then we need the right hand, which we're going to right now. So it's up, down. Up, down, left, right. Up, down, left, right. Okay, got it. I'm hoping. No, but that's no. Okay, let's make doubly sure. Up, down, left, right, or it could be up, down. Yeah, okay, up, down, left, right. Okay, because you'll never know. They might also just add in like a second in the same direction, just to throw players off. Awesome, got it. Hey, Bo Plays, how you doing? We just figured out the puzzle. Surprisingly, yeah, I totally forgot that there was an environmental puzzle in this game. Stuff like that. Okay, up, down, right, left. Or up, down, left, right. Oops. Okay. Up, down, left, right. No, the silver rupee is trapped. Or it's a rig. It's rigged. Okay. be very careful how we traverse this. Okay, we want to be very gentle with this. See, that's the thing that bothers me. I keep hitting the ball. Got it. That's every enemy. It doesn't seem like... Maybe it's underwater? Oh yeah, there it is. Underwater tunnel. Oh! Okay, good. I vaguely remembered it. I vaguely remembered that there was a big trap, or that there was a reason why we had to go on that platform specifically. Awesome. Okay, we're good. Okay, now we can access the central room. See, that's the fun thing about replaying these old Zelda games after you forgot about them. You're essentially rediscovering them. Man, I think the majority of the Zelda games I've never played are for the Game Boy Advance, because I wasn't allowed to have that as a kid. Here we go. Like, Minish Cap, I heard it was really, really good. I think it's actually possible to get a cheap copy of that. I'm definitely gonna have to go around and get a copy of A Link Between Worlds. A lot of people really liked that one. I think I'll... You know what? Maybe one of these days I'll replay A Link to the Past. I think A Link to the Past is available on the Wii U as well. But I do have the original Game Boy Advance copy. So not original, but like I do have a Game Boy Advance copy of that. Yeah, I'll get into that eventually. Okay. Oh, that's perilous. That's definitely a good sign. I tried pressing it. I promise. All right. Ah, wrong one. Got two? Yeah, there you go. Really restricting how many directions you can go with. Oh, that was a... Okay, that was almost a combo. Oh, you changed it the last second. You know what was really weird? What was really weird was how, like, yesterday, Dante from the Devil May Cry series was trending on Twitter. And I went and I checked it out, and the reason why is because the majority of discourse on the internet right now is just Smash Dream rosters, and it's like... That's like the least interesting thing in the world to me. It's like, there's nothing wrong with doing those, it's just that we've seen so many of them that it's like it's so uninteresting. Like we understand, you and your mother, like everyone and their grandmother has made something like this, and it's just like how many more can you do? Okay, the whip. This is actually kind of nice. I like this. Okay. Will I try to get the Hylian shield? You know what? I want to. I really, really, really want to. It's just that I need to know the criteria. I might look it up after a few more dungeons are cleared. I think after I get the 3 flames, then I'm gonna be like, okay, let's figure out how to do this. I don't recall the whip being very used outside of this, though. Like, this is kind of like the spinner. But I could be wrong. I think maybe the whip is extremely useful out of battle, it's just I never thought about it that way. Yeah, he's been rumored for Smash for a while, which is cool, because I like Dante a lot. I like Devil May Cry a lot. In fact, just yesterday... Wait, was I supposed to keep going? I think I was supposed to keep going. Just yesterday, actually, I got Devil May Cry 4 Special Edition. No. I got it 2 days ago. Devil May Cry 4 Special Edition on the PC. And I recently beat it last night on Son of Sparta. So I think after the stream, I might, on Discord, I might actually like stream myself playing on Dante Must Die and everyone can watch me suffer. Because I've never beaten Devil May Cry 4 on Dante Must Die, that's the other thing. But yeah, like, the idea of having him would be nice. It's just that, like, here's the thing about Smash, though. It doesn't really have that much in the way of potential for expanded movesets, and Dante's moveset is as expanded as it gets. Like, the reason why he worked so well in Ultimate Marvel vs. Capcom 3 is because all the inputs made sense. Oh no, we don't need to go... Okay. Ooh, okay. Oh, really, Fee? You think? It's one of those things where, like, the expanded moveset of Dante is very, very tricky to implement in a game as simple as Smash Bros. That being said, though, I'm not opposed to it. It's something that I'd be very open to, but like, honestly, I feel like Nero would probably be a better fit, to be honest. Like, Nero's moveset, while interesting, it fits a lot more into a more simplistic gameplay compared to Dante, who has like all the tools essentially. But again, like, it's tricky. Everyone is different. Yeah, see, that's literally my problem. He's been done so well, like insanely well, because like, even right down to the what's it called? The crazy combos from Devil May Cry 3. Since it's the same button as the heavy attack on the PlayStation 3 and Xbox controllers, it's perfect because it's the same button. The heavy attack is the same button as the style. And as we all know from Devil May Cry 3, if you mash the style button during certain combos, you'll activate a crazy combo, which is what he does in Ultimate Marvel vs. Capcom 3. I'm sorry, my English is not very good. Yeah, that's the thing, Phoenix Wright would be interesting too. Again, he's been done very well in Ultimate Marvel vs. Capcom 3. Oh, okay. Unite Whip! Wonderful 101 is fantastic. You guys need to play it. Like, if you're the kind of person... Like, if you were the person that is complaining that Bayonetta 3 isn't out yet, or we haven't received any news for it, you gotta play Wonderful 101. It'll fill in the void in your soul, believe me. For not having that game. It's great. Okay. Where have we not gone? can't go there because it's caged. Hang on, let's look up. I don't believe we need to go back here anymore. This is all done. This is clear. There's the waterfall that we're blocked off from going to. It would be very nice if Dante had like a million different inputs. That would be great. That would actually be great. Oh, okay. Here we go. I see your game now. I would have thought that using the gust bellows would have been effective here. Like, my imagination was using the gust bellows, but apparently not. Which is it's acceptable within the context of this game. Yeah, I don't know what I thought. Like gust bellows would have been a thing. All right. I feel like Dante would have caused a lot of drama, like even more so than Bayonetta. Like people will find all sorts of insane tech that would have like just dire ramifications, and it would be wonderful. No, but that's kind of the thing, though. Like we could talk about that all day, but we've seen it so much that like we've kind of gone in a loop. I think that's kind of the problem with COVID, is that we've all had like the exact same conversations over and over again. I guess that's why it's important to meet new people, because the conversation you've had with those people would be a little bit more interesting. Oh, awesome! That's amazing. Okay, what do we got? Ooh. Unito? This sucks. Yes, work harder, mate. Oh! Sometimes it ends in tragedy. That was so silly. Okay. No, it doesn't matter if they give Dante combo scaling, because what's gonna happen is that he'll have combos that will quite literally carry people to the blast zone. It'll be like Bayonetta, he'll just carry them to the blast zone. What am I supposed to do here? Am I supposed to draw it? Oh, I was just thinking like, what? Okay, that was confusing. Okay. This thing, I'm not tilting it. Oh, okay. I was just thinking to myself, like, this is weird. I don't know what's going on. But but the fact that you have to do the Triforce though was weird, because in the logic of Skyward Sword, you don't know what the Triforce is. In the logic of, like, I know that as players we all know what the Triforce is, but like that symbol has always been empty though, because the Triforce does not yet exist. Oh, I vaguely remember this. I remember, this is why I like these so much. There was the moving platforms, or there were the moving vine platforms. I'm basically the equivalent of a masher, yeah. I only have one shot. No. Oh, the Triforce with 5 fairies. Ah, don't worry, we'll be fine. I hope. Okay, here we go. Wait, what? Nope, not quite. Oh, 3 fairies. Oh, well, I think we'll be fine. Wait, what? I'm supposed to hit that with the whip, right? The other one? I should be able to hit it. Okay, wait, hang on a second. Let's at least try to get to that wall. No. Okay, do it again. Oh yeah, you know what? Yeah, with the leap on it. What? Why? It's not letting me leap on it. Yeah, we have to like angle it so that we're jumping on it. Okay, I get it now. There we go. It's literally the easiest thing in the world, is that I'm dumb and I don't understand. I spent like the first hour trying to figure out how to even find Lake Floria. I think that's my problem though. I think what I notice too whenever I play games is that I tend to be like several steps ahead of the general logic of the game, so that's why I end up missing so many things. It's especially true with Zelda. The thing about Zelda is that it's all about the steps that you have to take, and I don't like spending so much time on steps. Okay, here we go. Angle it right. 1 second. There we go. It's ineffective. Okay. Got it. Now we go beneath the earth. It's basically just the giant toilet. Oh, I haven't been here in a while. I vaguely remember all of this. Oh, I thought I could just grab it. That's fine. There we go. Okay, now we're ready. Oh no, okay, we just had, okay. I'm thinking to myself, like, do I need to jump across? But nope. See, that's the thing, I'm always like several steps ahead of when I should be doing things. Was I supposed to pick up a key earlier? Let's find out. Oh! I'm supposed to pick up the key now. I was worried. It's like, oh no, I'm stuck here. Gotcha. Smash Bros. Has always been that kind of game series where, like, it has so much stuff, and the parts that people find objectionable are the stuff that people tend to fixate on, which is kind of annoying because, like, it's one of those things where I know that people were upset with, like, the over-representation of Fire Emblem, but the existence of Byleth doesn't negate all the other awesome stuff that exists within the game, though. Like, Terry and Simon and Richter, they're all there. Like, they didn't stop being there just because Byleth was there. It's one of those weird things where, like, we like to fixate on stuff because we want to stay mad. It's just like, yes, it's okay to be disappointed, that's fine. But the problem just lies with the whole... Is that a Mario reference? Sorry, the first thing I thought was Mario for a second. But yeah, like, a lot of the stuff that they had, though, was just... Like, there's so much content that you could easily ignore it, but people choose not to. You can easily ignore the stuff that you find objectionable. What's going on? Okay. There we go. I was thinking, why is it not doing thing? I forgot that running's a thing in this game. But yeah, in terms of like integrating character fantasy though, a lot of the movesets that they have, they do suit them for all of their purposes, which is great. Okay, how do I do this? I need to get in there somehow, and I need to jump up ahead. I think for me, my favorite part about Smash Ultimate is the fact that Link has a useful sword. I say that as someone that mained Link for a very, very long time, since the Melee days. Like, I don't consider myself a serious Smasher, but like, that's something that I tend to pay attention to. Come on, you can do it. Yeah, that's the thing, like, the whole motion controls thing, it's not bad, it makes sense, but everyone holds controllers differently. Yeah, I thought Gust Bellows, that's the thing, I thought that Gust Bellows would be a thing that you could use to move the lily pads, but nope. Come on, just do it on cue! It's so easy. Come on. Now I just need to get the proper angle. That's the problem though, like, I'm struggling a lot with the angling. I'm struggling a lot with the angling because it doesn't autocorrect. Like, there's no way to censor Link, essentially. I think that's something that this game really needed to do. It needed to be able to, like, when you're in a scenario where you need to balance, you just center it, make it a lot easier that way. We don't have... Wait, please tell me this works. Well, if I was good at this game, it would have worked. Hang on. Whoop. There we go. Yeah, I'll use the whip next time. No, it's just I wasn't sure if I was close enough. It's hard to tell the distance in this. Okay, we're getting a lot better at changing our aim on the fly. That's good. Awesome. Because that's the thing, once I start swimming, there's no telling where I'm gonna tilt. There we go. I guess they just had to not see me before I run into them. Okay. Imagine how much easier this dungeon would be if you had Cryonis. Yeah, so they showcased the Cryonis in Age of Calamity, which looks very interesting. I like the idea of using it to block spears. That's a really nice idea. Is that timed or? Okay, we just have to go back. I like the idea of using Cryonis for combat purposes. I'm thinking, and I'm gonna have to test it out myself, but I'd like to know, because one of the things about Hyrule Warriors is that the best way for a lot of the cast to do the, to break the weak points is to actually juggle, because when they're in a juggle animation, once they put an enemy in a juggle animation, they need to be back on their feet in order to recover from the weak points. So essentially, if you can juggle an enemy indefinitely, you could reliably break. It doesn't work for every enemy, but it's fairly reliable. So I'm hoping that maybe the Cryonis can do that too, where you would just create a scenario where you just elevate them, and then you can break the weak point gauge just like that at your own leisure. It would be nice. Okay. Come on. Now, I could have used the finishing blow, but this is more fun. Oh, wait. No, I can't hit him from this distance. Gotcha. Oh, so in case I fall. Okay, that's good to know. That's a nice assurance. Yes. Oh! Now I remember. Wait, is that all I have to do? Do I need to go across there? What's the point in going there? Well... No, I'm just kidding, I don't remember, actually. This is awesome. Really? You're blocked by a lily pad? Moving at that speed? Okay, do it again. Come on. I guess we'll just do it the normal way. Okay. Alright, we're here now. Oh. Oh yeah, and there's the zombies. There's so much variety in this particular stage. It's crazy. Okay, we have to go around. Because going in there was bad news, I think. I have a very, very vague recollection of this area, actually. I think I know where to go. Maybe if I leaned forward a little bit, it would be easier to read. Gemstone shines deep in the eyes, striking to shut the mouth and dampen the flow. The eye. Okay. No! Why? Oh, I've been jinxed. Okay. There it is. Okay, so I'm assuming there will be a puzzle where we require a bomb. Is that now? Yeah, there it is. Hopefully I have enough time. Maybe I should position myself closer. Go a little bit closer. There we go. Nope. Oh, come on. Oh, I want you to censor. Wait. There. Like, see, the ability to censor would be very, very helpful while you're swimming. Because, again, like, you need to recorrect all the stuff. Because remember, people move whenever they lean forward or play games. Okay. Rin or Sakura? Oh, Sakura. Definitely Sakura. I don't know, because, like, there's nothing wrong with Rin. But I feel like I like Ishtar more than Rin. Whereas with Sakura and her story, it's like... It's something that, like, it's not that I relate to, but it's something that I genuinely feel for. Like, her story is something that I genuinely felt for. Why? Why did you not press the thing? Why did you not grab onto the moving thing? Do I have to use the whip to get it? Or did I just have to let go of the button? Who knows? Oh, there we go. I still haven't seen the Heaven's Feel movies, though, so... I barely remember... Because I remember reading the Heaven's Feel route, and watching it, and it made me think about how, like... A lot of the stuff that she went through was just really, really troubling, and it's a very, very normal... It's a very, very good example of how a real person would act in those circumstances. And I think a lot of it too... A lot of the appeal for me for Heaven's Feel is sort of like taking those ideals and then finding a very real reason to forsake those ideals. And I think that's what made Heaven's Feel so appealing to me. For those that don't understand, don't worry, we won't talk about this for too long because, yeah, I don't want you guys to feel left out. Where am I supposed to go with this? Here? Okay. Oh man, we have to do that climb, it'll be great. Wait, did I? Oh, and then I have to go here, right? favorite Octopath party member? Hard to say. Between Tressa or Hanit. Like, Hanit's mostly for the utility, though, but I think Tressa overall, as a character, I really, really enjoyed. But yeah, but usage-wise, though, those are also, like, for me, those were my two most powerful characters. It was great. Tressa as the Rune Lord is perfect because, even though she doesn't have as high a magic stat, it's still a workable magic stat, but the fact that she's able to wield every single weapon class, like the two weapons that she naturally wields are the weapons that aren't native to her, and that's great. And so it's very optimal for, like, if you have equipment that increases the elemental, like, particular elemental bonuses. Okay, wait, hang on a second. So, do I need to lift it up again? Is that what I'm supposed to do here? I guess I need to lift it again. Okay, hang on. I remember that I got lost at this particular part. No, but anyway, the thing about Tressa is that, oh gosh, I forgot about this. I think this is supposed. Well, no, sorry, I didn't forget about this, but I was looking forward to this particular part. But I think it had to do with like I think there was like a fable or a story of like someone trying to like reach the afterlife, but they had to overcome these things that were holding them down. It was some sort of symbolism, and it was great. Oh, okay, yeah, okay, we understood that then. We had to go back. No, but the thing about Tressa, though, is that she has the ability to... Tressa had the ability to wield... Well, sorry. Innately, she only has access to spears and bows, but the thing about the Rune Lord is that they give her access to the rest of the weapons. So, there are weapons that have passive abilities that increase the elemental damage. That increase elemental damage. So, basically, by equipping her with all those weapons, what's his name? Balagar's Blade will actually deal the most damage. It's so good. So good. Got it. Oh, that's comforting. That's so awful. It's so great. I love that. That's the thing, like, you weren't expecting zombies in the game like this. Like, you were expecting the regular Stalfos, but you weren't expecting Bokoblin zombies. Well, yeah, so a similar note with Hanit, though, is that when you give her, well, no, sorry, not a similar note, but you give her the War Master, as well as the utility that she gets from being an innate hunter. Like, Hunter is just a really, really useful class overall. That's why they're both my favorite. Usage-wise, and also design-wise, they're both very nice. Okay. There we go. I have to say, yeah, the dungeons of Skyward Sword, they feel very concise in comparison. I don't know if it's because like we're just used to longer dungeons or we just figured them out a lot faster, but this felt really short in comparison to what we're used to, which is great. Anyways, I recall this being my favorite boss from a design perspective and from a soundtrack perspective, so let's see how that goes. Alright. Because that's the thing, I remember for me, one of the biggest complaints I had about Skyward Sword is that all the bosses, they looked very samey. Like, people complained about Breath of the Wild being samey, but at least the mechanics of them were different. At least for Breath of the Wild, each of them, they all had different abilities or gimmicks you could work around. Like, yes, there is the innate weak point, but I felt like for this particular game too, outside of like Girahim, most of the time it is just use new item to establish weak points. Nothing wrong with the formula, but I liked what they did with Breath of the Wild, where it was just, there was so much more chance for expression there. Like, if you ever tried to do like a speedrun of the game, you have to come up with some really clever tricks. Oh, it's this dude. Man, I wish it was November 20th right now. I really, really, really want to play Hyrule Warriors. Because I remember like the first 50 minutes of playing Fire Emblem Warriors had me really excited. But it's just that I'd played so much that when Definitive Edition came out, I kind of felt burnt out a little bit. Alright. Wretched Automaton. Wretched Automaton Koloktos. Oh, I love the music for this guy too. Oh, the impact that you feel. The impact of his attacks. It's a very cool looking boss. No! I tried jumping away, but I guess it didn't untarget in time. No! Sword! Oh, okay, I should just use that. Yes! Yeah, this could be an SMT boss right here. It has a very similar coloring scheme to Odin. Oh, this, yeah, like the animations look great. It's kind of like how I felt about Wind Waker bosses. They're not particularly challenging. Wind Waker bosses aren't particularly challenging, but they're so great in terms of their animations and the feeling of impact of you fighting them. Oh, I could die. I'm not careful. There's a bit of a delay in me untargeting for some reason. I don't know why. fun. Having low health makes it even more fun. Oh, do you know what? I actually don't remember how this phase is supposed to go. Oh boy. Get the heart. Okay, there we go. Yes! Oh, I remember now. I remember now. Let's dance! Yo, I forgot about this! Oh, man. It's just like fighting against Metal Gear Excelsius. Yo! Oh, please, let me hit you some more. Yes! I love how the music swells, too. This is amazing. That's not a good sign. Oh, he summons ads. I didn't... This is amazing. This is. I'm having fun playing a Zelda game in 2020. Let's go. Oh, this is awesome. Let's go. Some more of those guys. Alright, here we go, bringing out the sword. Oh, whoop. I should have waited. Okay, let's be a little bit patient here. Yeah, good. Oh, that's so awesome! That's amazing! Holy crap, that's awesome! Yo, I think that might be the best boss in the game. Ah, that's awesome. That's the thing, I knew that there was like some sort of thing where like there's an exposed thing that you're supposed to hit, but the method for getting it is literally picking up a giant sword and hacking off his limbs. Wow. That's fantastic. Really good boss fight. Yeah, I think that might end up being one of my favorite bosses in the series. Just for that reason alone. Pick up a giant sword and start hacking off the guy's legs. Oh, that's a really good one. I think part of the reason why people like it so much... so that's the thing though, like, one of the things that I mentioned, I don't know if you were here, Nicholas, but basically, Uh, Wind Waker's bosses. Those bosses, they weren't particularly challenging, but they were a lot of fun to engage with. Especially with like Jalhalla and Mulgra, those two particular bosses were very well received, just because the method, while easy to understand, was a lot of fun to perform. And I think part of the reason why Koloktos was so nice is because instead of just the typical, like, just expose the weak points by using your new tool, it is straight up, pick up this giant sword to hack off the limbs of this boss and expose the weak points. And it's great. Like, I think that's what makes it so awesome. And that's kind of what made, like, what's it called? Like, it's not super freeform. I'd say that as far as, like, traditional Zelda bosses go, I wouldn't be surprised. I don't know, I'd have to look it up. I don't know if it is possible to use the sword to hack off the limbs. But we'll see. Hopefully my sword will have a better hitbox now. Alright. Okay, earlier I mentioned in the logic of the story, the Triforce isn't something that people know about. And yet we see a Triforce here. I love songs. That's kind of... it's weird, because, like, in terms of the structuring, it's a very typical Zelda boss, in that, you know, use tool, expose weak point. Is the way that they convey using the tool to expose a weak point is a lot more interesting. And then you go to, like, Breath of the Wild's bosses where it's a lot more freeform. Where, like, you could either do the very basic method of what the game gives you immediately, or find a method of your own to beat them. It's great. Because I'm trying to think of, like, yeah, because that's the thing, though, is that, like, when you get the bow and arrow, there's only so many ways. There's only so many ways to, hang on. Okay, let's go. Yeah, it's odd, because I think with, like, you know, whenever you get a bow and arrow in a Zelda game, it's not that they can't be creative, it's just that there's not really much reason to go much more beyond this boss requires arrows, shoot it in the eye. That's kind of thing, but in terms of, yeah, that's what I meant though, like, Breath of the Wild is like this whole other thing, where, like, you know, they had to demand a much different set of, like, mechanics and methods for how you do things. Which is what makes Breath of the Wild so great. But that's the thing, you look at, like, the Goma from Hyrule Warriors. That's like, wait for the eye to glow a certain color and then hit them. But again, there's only so much you can do with that. I think the closest we had to a boss that didn't have as typical a method for exposing a weak point with the bow and arrow was, like, Volvagia. But even then, like, Volvagia, I actually... cool looking, but not that interesting of a boss, mechanically speaking, from Ocarina of Time. Maybe Adolwa? Like Majora's Mask had some pretty great bosses, with the exception of, like, Gaiorg. But, yeah, no, honestly, it's one of those things where, like, Adolwa also required some arrows, but, like, there were several other moves you had to use. That's part of what made Majora's Mask so interesting, too. You had so many tools to work with in that game. Yeah, whereas with Koloktos, I think it just hit the perfect balance. It looks cool. I made a joke saying it looks kind of like Odin from SMT4 Apocalypse. Kind of. Not really, but, like, just the color scheme is similar, and I thought that would be kind of funny. Yeah, just, like, thematically, the entire ancient cistern was interesting. That could have been deadly. You see how thin that was? I like how people complain that the hero chosen by the goddess doesn't look like much, but the only way how to reach the area is by going through a very, very small hole. Okay. Oh, it's great. Great boss fight. That's I'm like, I remember thinking like this boss is pretty cool, but I couldn't remember why. Now I do. Like that boss still holds up. That's what I'm very happy about. I remember last week I made a joke saying that when the goddess statue appears with that ventriloquist dummy-looking mouth, I started thinking about SMT. Like, oh no, it's Law. Lanayru Desert. Oh, that's right! The volcano was the third one. This is a very pretty game. I remember mentioning this last week, but a big complaint that I had back in the day for this game was that there weren't enough remixes. But I think now, though, I like it a lot more because I tend to embrace newer or more original ideas. Like, it is nice when those callbacks do happen. I really liked it when those things happened in Twilight Princess. But sometimes it's nice just to have something that's completely different and unique. Sometimes. Okay, so the first thing we get is courage, the second we get is wisdom. We save power for last. Interesting. Oh, SMT is Shin Megami Tensei. It is a... it's a very dark and cryptic Japanese RPG series that involves angels and demons. It's fun. Okay. How do I get out of here? Oh, there it is. Lanayru Desert. I have to say, like, the loading times of this game, they do a really good job at masking them. This is, like, yeah, essentially the precursor to Breath of the Wild in the sense that, like, you have to actually get to find things in the world and interact with them directly by diving into them. Yes. Okay, because I seem to remember that the Elden Silent Realm was kind of annoying. But we'll see how this Silent Realm goes. I don't remember, that's the best part. That's the exciting thing about the Silent Realms, we don't know. Hopefully, we'll have time to do the Silent Realm before it's time to call it in for the day. Yeah, there it is. Do I need to get any supplies? I don't think so. Oh no, you know what? Okay, no, let's check for gear. I doubt, because we haven't really been looking for supplies, but we'll see. Whoop. What do you mean I have to start here? I thought I aimed it differently. Oh well. Well, I guess it was kind of close. Regen shield versus unbreakable.
Hey!
Let's upgrade.
Haha!
Elden or Monster Claw. Oh, okay. Okay, we're gonna have to get some Monster Claws later. We don't really need to carry anything in a bottle, do we? Oh. You find that while you're underwater, your oxygen gauge will drop much more slowly. I feel like we're out of the scenario where we need this. Could be wrong. Nope. I gotta talk to her directly. Stamina potion. Oh, that's what it is. Okay. Okay. And is there any upgrades I can get here? Oh, hello. ₹500. I need a bigger wallet. Do I need to talk to Beetle for that? Huh. Okay. Now we can go. I think we'll have time for one Silent Realm. Demon Man. I can't seem to recall. Oh, in the graveyard. Oh, okay, okay. Yeah, I'll get back to that eventually. That's fine. Okay, let's see if we can actually land it this time. No! Come on! Why are we so bad at this game? I was so sure I could have landed it. That's okay. Find the dungeon. It's probably... That would be the best place to look first, I think. It looks important enough. That's the thing, you have to go to like a really important looking place. Yeah, if it's not here, then it's here. Let's just... Let's try this. Okay. There it is. Okay. Here we go. It's game time. Wow, this place looks nice. Everyone's favorite, the Silent Realm. Everyone's favorites, literally everyone's favorites. I believe you get the hook shot. We're gonna get the hook shot next. I always thought it was kind of curious that it took this long to give you the bow and arrow. This will be fun. Watch me screw up royally at the very last second. I await your return, unless you die, in which case, I'm sorry. What is the closest one? I guess it's this one. You know the siren music from Pulp? No, not Pulp Fiction. What's that movie? Kill Bill. That one. That should play whenever whenever you're being chased around. That would be perfect. Okay. I don't think there's sinking sands. Will we have to deal with sinking sand as well? I hope not. Okay. We have okay. Oh, yeah, okay, yeah, there is sinking sand. Gotcha. And I don't think there's anything on that side. What? No, it doesn't show on the map, though. No. It's only the stuff that you've seen. Oh no, I've been caught. Okay. I thought I had time to avoid that. But apparently not. See, if this was Breath of the Wild, these would be over really, really quickly, because we'd find, like, a really cheap way. Okay, no, this is... Okay, this is trick. I need to get this out of the way now, because I know this will be the death of me. But how? Oh. Aw, really? That's annoying. Like, I don't see any way to jump, is the problem. Yeah, no, there's no way. Like, we'd have to, like... Oh, this was a mistake. Okay. Yeah, we'll look at that later. Yeah, I could have sworn there was one right beside me. Okay. That settles that. Ooh. Gotta keep you guys on your toes. Wait, was it like right beside me the entire time? Oh yeah. It definitely was. Okay. Let's continue. I remember saying earlier though, like the really stressful moments, again, it's because the reason why I almost died is because I didn't have a plan until I realized that was actually, for the foreseeable future, that was probably the hardest one to get. Okay, hang on, let's scout here. This is the perfect vantage point. There's so many over there. Okay. Okay, so... yeah, we need to, like, focus our efforts here. Because I want to make sure I get everything in this immediate area first, before I start, like, charting a path completely in a straight line. Hang on, I need another beacon. Just to make sure. 1, 2... We have 8 left. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and I think 8 was on the other side. Okay, so basically it's just a straight line. I'm assuming. That's my plan right now. I'm just assuming that... yeah, okay. Perfect. You gotta line them up. That's scary. I'm more likely to die to quicksand than these scary ghosts. These spooky ghosts. Ooh, speaking of spooky ghosts, any Animal Crossing fans out there? Because there is a update coming out next month, which I'm quite excited for. For me, I enjoy my Animal Crossing responsibly. I'm not like those people that they play Animal Crossing for like 70 hours in one sitting, and then leave, and then complain that there wasn't enough. So yes, I have to allot like an entire I have to allot a lot of I have to allot a certain space on my island to grow pumpkins. Okay, wait. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Am I missing one? Yeah, there's one over there, right? Okay. Now, how do we get there? I think the most tricky part is not knowing where to go. That's the most intimidating part. Hang on, let me pick this up. I think that's the main thing, though. A lot of people get burnt out really fast. For me, it's because I was working when Animal Crossing initially released, so a lot of it was just a treat for me. Oh, okay, so there was nothing there. Good. Very good. Wait, do I have to roll into it to get it? Oh, I do. Okay, 5. Oh, we ran out of beacon. That's okay. Wait, hang on, let me just spot it. 1, 2, 3. I'm assuming it's kind of like a straight line. I just gotta be careful with like all those guys though. That's the problem that worries me. Whoops. See, that's kind of the thing. Like, my strategy is just camp the one tier. But we gotta be careful though, because we don't want to get caught and have no tiers nearby. Sorry. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh yeah, we also want to be careful with, I want to get the one that's furthest away from me then. Oh, okay. There could be that kind of enemy. I found him, officer! Oh wait, no, you guys don't get that in-joke, do you? Can't reach it from here. Okay. No, it was just this in-joke that I had with a friend of mine. I was playing Grand Theft Auto 5, and I was trying to escape from the police, as that's how the game goes. And the thing is, my friend, who was not trying to evade justice, kept on running and saying, "I found them, officer!" And it was annoying because I kept getting caught at like the very last seconds, and they had to refresh the timer. It was very distressing. I can go in from behind them, can't I? Also, hello, RPG Slayer and Michelle. How are you guys doing? Oh, really? That's annoying. Oh, okay. I need a better plan for those. How do I get these? Oh, I gotta be careful. This is a pickle. Oh, this is actually... I completely underestimated how difficult it would be to get these last two. Oh, that's devious. You sickos at Nintendo? I will admit, that's pretty unnerving. Can you climb on? Was it like right above me? Like, I felt it touching me. It was very distressing. Okay. Daniel Willis, how you doing? Oh, how kind of them to give me that. It should just be a clear line for us, right? Because that's the other thing, though. I remember, like, I mentioned last week. Well, no, actually, no. Let's talk about this when we're done. Oh, this would have been lethal. Huh, it doesn't seem to degrade. It's because we have all of them that it won't degrade, so the only way that we can get caught is by these guys? That's really awful. No, but I mentioned last week though, what makes the Silent Realm so interesting is that, like, your ability to manage stress is perfectly encapsulated in this. Because I remember, like, yeah, for me, ooh, yay, claw shots. Awesome. But that's the thing, though. I remember with, we were talking about it last week, and the way that, like, a person does problem solving and, like, you know, they do the little time management. Like, again, like, as long as you have a plan, you won't panic, and if you don't panic, you won't make mistakes, or you won't make as many mistakes, rather. It's one of those things where, like, everyone has their own way of doing things, but for me, my way, like you guys saw, I went through my entire thought process, is that I just hang around one tier, and then look for all the other ones, and making sure that I know which ones to go for, and kind of giving myself a general idea. Like, it wasn't a perfect plan, because I did have a couple of slip-ups here and there, but there were some parts where it was just like, okay, we don't know if this is going to pan out the way that I want it to, but based on what we know, we can just go in this general direction and hopefully find something. Okay, the parts that we've not been to. It was here. I remember now. Last week, we tried going here to no avail. So that's where we're going. Ah, finally. Claw shots. Oh, this feels great. Oh, do you know what was the thing, though? I remember being disappointed the claw shots didn't have as many combat capabilities as they did in Twilight Princess. This is a much more like of a puzzle type game than anything else in comparison to all the other Zelda games. This is much more puzzle oriented. Yeah, the Elden Volcano Silent Realm, I recall that one being fairly challenging. Looking forward to that one. I'm pretty sure that one I'm gonna have to need more than one attempt to get it done. Because I recall that, yeah, there was like a slide, and like, it wasn't abundantly clear if I need to like tilt myself. I can't even fully remember. Oh, come on. They sparkle so frequently. Something else I noticed about this game too is that they, like in most games, whenever you discover something, that's it. Like, they don't have to introduce it to you anymore, but in this game, they're not shy about reintroducing it to you in every play session. Like, they really want to make sure that no one got lost playing this game. Oh, it's uncanny. They were just waiting for me to swing. Oh yeah, there's also a Skyloft Silent Realm, isn't there? I forgot about that. There's 4 Silent Realms. Yeah, looking forward to that. Oh wait, no. Wait, was this an optional area that we just went to? Huh. Yeah, that was optional. Wait, what? Hang on, let's reconsult the map. I guess here is where we're supposed to be going? No, we haven't gone to the sand ship yet. No. That's the one that we're going to. Yeah, I'm guessing we have to go here. It seems like the only logical place to go. Kind of going in the right direction. I could have sworn that was the right way to go. Wait. Why is this so odd? Okay. Through here. And through here. Okay, that's very nifty. And yeah, we can only go through here. Huh. Slowly becoming more familiar with this. Oh, okay. I guess when we find the next area, then that's where... Yeah, okay. Then we'll call it quits. I just want to see where this leads before we stop for today. Uh-oh. There we go. If we didn't waste an hour, we would have actually had more time to go through here. I wasted like the first hour trying to get to wherever the where Lake Floria was. Huh. The Lanayru Sand Sea. There are lots of ancient ruins there. Who put this sign up? Why would they call it ancient? One, it's been here for a long time. You mean contemporary ruins? That's fine. Ooh. I need to get monster claws, though. Oh, okay. That's interesting. Wait, hang on, before we continue, let's talk to this guy. Golo. There's nothing in this area, but I know there is something here. I'll just keep on looking. I see. Not the easiest name to say, is it? I agree, actually. Agents cross about the Lanayru Sand Sea. Oh, he just straight up gives you the key. I thought I had to play the harp here. I still will, but... Nice. Ooh, the Malice from Breath of the Wild. Somewhere in this vast desert, there's a dragon who loves putting the abilities of those who visit him to some kind of test. Of course, every dragon loves putting people through tests. If you can master the challenges, you'll be rewarded with a shield stronger than any other. Interesting. A shield stronger than any other. I'm guessing that's how you get the Hylian shield? I actually cannot for the life of me remember how to get the Hylian shield in this game. Okay, we're gonna stop at the next save point. Ah. Okay. Huh. Yeah, I do not remember the Linear Sensi at all. All I know is that there's a pirate ship, and I think there's like a skeleton that you fight against on a very narrow platform, and Mike Wazowski. That's all I remember. That's literally all I remember about the Sensi. I think one of the things that irked me a lot with Skyward Sword was how a lot of basic functions were clearly stripped away from you. Like, the ability to jump, for example. Like, there's just platforms that are just blatantly there to tell you that you don't have the item required to proceed. Whereas, like, if it was, I think, much more grander in scale, that would have been a lot easier for people to stomach. That, oh, yeah, that makes sense that I can't access it. Whereas this is just like, this slightly out-of-the-way ledge you cannot reach because you do not have the claw shots. It's a minor thing, but it is something that I do think about. Anyways, here we go. Anyways, guys, thank you very, very much for joining me today. I know we started a little bit later than usual, both in terms of the stream itself as well as the stuff getting underway because we didn't know what to do. But next week will be different. We will start at the regular time since there was no Tokyo Game Show. There was no Tokyo Game Show stream next week, at least I don't think. Yes, I will be watching some of the Tokyo Game Show... The TGS. I spelled it wrong. Anyways, so yeah, we'll be probably reviewing that. Talk more about that later when it comes up. I'm gonna have to remember that. But guys, thank you again for watching. Thank you for everyone that visited and talked a bit. It's fun talking with you guys, and that's why I love doing these streams so much. Next week we will continue 9 AM EST on Saturday, and more fun times to be had by all. We'll get one more dungeon done. I cannot for the life of me remember how many dungeons are in this game, but I really, really, really want to beat this game before the year is over. And it looks like we're on the fast track for that. Anyways, guys, thank you very, very much for joining me, playing Skyward Sword, and I hope to see you guys next week. Goodbye! I'm hungry. No, it'll be great. Maybe after this, I'll just let you guys funnel out. I don't know, what am I gonna do after this? I could play something. I'll figure it out. Play something fun.